Welcome to Sister Chats Refined. We've created a space for real conversations and a place where we can all be seen, heard, and most importantly, inspired. I'm Joy.
And I'm Liz. And we're letting you into our everyday conversations so you're going to get some of this sister energy. So whether you need
a big sis
or a little sis, we got you.
Hey everybody, it's Joy.
And this is Liz.
And we're back with another episode of Sister Chats Refined.
Yes, your two favorite sisters.
Favorite podcast sisters, okay? So here we go. Liz, you got on this red dress. I love it.
Listen.
Okay?
I'm representing the red flags.
Oh, the topic of the day.
I'm representing the red flags. So this is going to be our topic for today. So Joy, I'm going to ask you. In a romantic relationship before your husband,
yes,
what was a red flag?
Long nails.
What? Listen, that's the last thing I thought you would say. But listen,
I know, that's why I hit you up with it.
I feel you.
No, I do not know what it is. And it's not like, oh, I don't want a man to take care of his fingers, because there is I'm going to let you know, okay? I don't like to see a man that I'm with long nails. It just, a long pinky nail, a long whatever nail, sir. Cut that down. I don't want you to have the finger bobbles. I don't want you to have the skin growing up. I don't want the bubs, like to where
you don't want the bitten fingernails.
I don't want bitten fingernails where you have like the extra skin bubble. I don't want that. Everybody knows the bubble.
Nobody want to hold your hand.
Yeah, I don't want the bubble finger. I don't want your nails bitten down like your skin is bleeding. I don't want that, because that automatically, I know that you get nervous and stuff. You still bite your nails and things like that.
First of all, that's hilarious.
I'm just saying.
Okay, I have a similar one, which is really funny. Your shoes. If your shoes are dirty.
Red flag.
Gone. Because I feel like, okay, listen, there are maybe a couple exceptions. It's called, I work in construction. Okay, your shoe is dirty.
Okay.
But if you're just walking around with a dirty shoe.
It's a busted up dirty shoe.
Bruh, where are you taking me?
Yeah,
where are we walking in this dirt?
Yeah.
Like, why are your shoes so dusty?
Yeah.
I mean, literally, the first thing, you could be fine before I got married. I looked down at that shoe like, oh, heck no.
Yeah.
Heck no.
No, I agree. You need to have a nice shoe.
I'm not even saying, like, you ain't got to wear no ones. You ain't got to wear no Yeezys. Your shoe just needs to be clean.
Yeah, just a clean shoe.
Just a clean. Go to Walmart. Get you a clean shoe. I don't care.
Okay. You don't mind that?
I don't mind.
We used to call them plastos. We used to call them plastos and
Listen, I do not care
bubbles.
about brands like that. Like, so you look nice, you look nice. Like,
you put some thought into your shoe.
Yes.
Yeah, and same thing. And I understand, like, some people would be like, oh my gosh, if a guy's nails were like long and cared for and carefully manicured, you don't like that? No, I don't. But if they were cut down, cut down to a certain length where it's a nice, comfortable length, like I said, no skin bubble, then it's good. So literally, when I met Mike, well, I knew him in college, but you better believe a few times before I got the crush going fully strong, I looked down at that hand.
Listen,
they were amazing, beautiful, and they were like just incredible. They were like soft, not to this point to where this man don't touch a lumberjack or he chopped down trees. It wasn't like that. But I mean, he just had really nice hands, and I really, really, really like that.
Love that.
Okay. That's a physical. Those are kind of funny red flag.
Yes.
So my real, true red flag is a yeller. Like, yell. Like, if you yell at me, that's a turn off. Yes, it's very off-putting. So I think that's a communication issue, you know, and we are not in kindergarten anymore. And I believe that toddlers, they yell and they scream.
Yeah.
But a man who is looking to care for a woman in a way, you don't need to yell. So if you have an argument prior to and you get screamed at.
Yeah. No. That's a baby man.
It's a baby man.
That's what I call it.
You're a baby man.
You have a little tantrum.
Mama.
Baby.
Baby man.
We don't have time for that. Okay, so my red flag is controlling.
Oh, yeah.
I do not like
you don't know they're controlling yet. What's the lead up to the control?
I guess it would be the passive aggressive behavior that you don't care about something, but you really do. and that you really care about it, and that's what you want to control, but you want to say like, oh no, I'm good. No, you do what you
but
do.
really
It's okay.
it's
But
bubbling.
really, it's like in your throat. Like it's
Ooh.
in your throat. And then when I do it, you want to be like, I can't believe that you would do it. This was before, by the way. I can't believe you would do this. But you didn't say.
Yes.
Like, say what you mean and mean what you say.
Yes.
That is a very clear red flag for me. If we have to go through that situation, that lets me know in every aspect of your life, you were going to be the same.
Oh, yes.
You were going to be the same.
Okay, my turn. So my other one is double standard.
Nasty.
If it pertains to me, it needs to also pertain to you.
Absolutely.
And men, and we'll call them baby men, because these are not real.
Y'all
gonna
try to get us on this baby men. It's gonna be the main baby men. Like, nah, girl, what you talking about?
Listen, when I tell you, just know ahead of time. So if the scenario then now flips, when I do it, it's wrong or whatever, but you can do it all day and it means something totally different. You're just in for a while of arguments. Not worth it. It's so unnecessary. So that's that's a red flag to me.
I totally get that. Okay, let me think of one. Okay, red flag for me. Ooh. And this might hit people wrong.
Say it. It's okay.
You got to balance them finances.
Okay. Yes.
Red flag if we're always having to pull in places that we don't have anything to pull from.
Pull from an empty
tank. And
I'm
not talking about
the
starting
cabinet.
a
There's nothing in
business
it,
and you have to struggle because you're starting a business. I'm talking about you have money one day, you blow it on just random things, and then the next day we're looking for money
to pay the light bill. You can't pay the light bill.
Or my thing in my case, before pre-marriage, you call me and you like, hey, can I borrow blase scoop until blase scoop? And I'm like, but you just got paid.
You remember when you used to say blase scoop?
Blase scoop?
Blase. Listen, if you ever needed
if you know that, you in our age group.
Right. If you had said blase scoop one day.
What was the other one? Blase?
I don't know.
I can't remember it. I do know somebody that knows it though. I would ask her.
If you know.
But
blase scoop.
Yeah, like that is a red flag to me because what it shows me is that you do not care about the future. You don't care about the future. You only care about that moment. And like in the moment, it's like if you're willing to risk your entire week or your entire month on a moment, again, I believe that this is what you do in your entire life.
That's good. That's good.
Again.
I thought of along with blase scoop, this, that, and the third. So this, that, and the third is when a red flag is when you think everyone is hating on you.
Ooh.
I can't. That's annoying.
Everybody's
like, you a hater. You a hate. Like, okay, if you're doing what you got to do, you don't have to worry about a hater. Haters do not matter. They are literally like such a non.
They're just doing their job.
They do. So if they're hating, either you're really doing something you're supposed to do, or you're not doing anything and you just want to say that people are hating. Like, nobody's hating on you. So I don't like that.
Let's see. Red flag would be if I was dating now in the dating field, it would probably be you thinking that everybody wants you. That's like a red flag. It's like
me.
Huh?
Or wants me.
Or wants or wants me. Like everybody doesn't want me. Like I guarantee everybody doesn't want you either. That's like really
not gonna be for everybody.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's
a good one.
I want you to have confidence, but like self-absorbed, that's like no.
Yeah, and then you're trying to put it on me. So then I can't go places because you think everybody wants me. And I can't, I can't say hi to somebody like, they was trying to flirt. Like, no, actually, I don't know that.
But everybody doesn't try to flirt.
Want me.
That's true.
Like, and so I don't like that.
No.
Because then what that does is that leads into later on confidence issues, arguments later.
That's what I was going to say.
What was you going to say? No.
The lack of confidence.
Yes, like
the lack of confidence when you're with a confident person. It becomes a chore. It becomes taxing to you because even when you're not even trying, they feel like you're trying. And then like, why you do that? Why did you say that to
Yeah,
him?
yeah, I'm gonna
Why
need
did you walk
yes.
past him like that?
So let's go ahead, wave the red flag, low self-confidence.
Yes.
That is definitely a red flag.
Yes.
And then obviously just being overboard, like this bravado attitude, feeling
Yes.
like that you have to be little big man baby. Like I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like when you just have to be the big macho, like man baby up
Not big
here.
man baby.
And I mean, respect to all. We're not talking to like our wonderful kings that know what you're doing. So don't come for us in these comments. If this does not
Yeah.
apply to you,
Yes. If this does not apply, let it fly.
yes.
You
If this does
know,
not
if
apply,
it does not
if you are
apply,
not a Ray
let it
Ray and a
fly.
Buki and you are a Reginald and a Clifford, that's fine. Like we're
Oh, these
what?
names.
I'm just saying. Let it.
Let
It's good. We're
the
not talking
record
about. We're not.
reflect.
But and we're also trying to help our sisters out. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Just things to like think about, things to look at.
Yeah.
The other thing, if I was in this day and age,
Yeah.
a red flag for me would probably be like super thirsty on people's like comments.
Ugh.
I don't
Listen,
don't
you see how
think that's
disgusted I got
cute.
y'all? Ugh.
Like, and it's not like you can't comment on anybody or say they look beautiful or whatever. Like it gives weird.
Yeah.
It's
If
just weird
every
vibes
picture
after a
I'm
while.
going down and our mutual friends and you have either commented on her everything, every other woman, I mean, it's like what makes me different? What makes me different? I mean, maybe you're fishing, maybe you're trying to see who's gonna pick up, the first. But
Yeah,
I'm
see if
guarantee
somebody-
you, she doesn't like that, and neither does the other girl. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
we do see this internet. There is nothing.
Nothing.
Like women are already like private investigators.
That's so
So on this
crazy.
internet,
Yes.
we will find out your last, your next,
and who you
yeah,
thinking
and
about.
who you thinking about. Like
Yeah.
we find that, especially guys, it's a paper trail. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys, it's a trail. It's a paper trail. You don't understand that you are putting your digital footprint on everything that you touch on the internet. So I'm not saying that you can't, hey, you're single to mingle, do what you want. But if you're looking to actually have a relationship with someone, it would be smart to just kind of dial back. Yeah. It would be smart to dial back, especially on this good internet thing.
Right. So just like
because she has some screenshots, I guarantee you. Her phone is full of the screenshots.
And she has sent them to her girls.
She has sent them to her girls.
Listen,
or her girls have sent them to her.
Yes. Like the screenshot share is real. Okay. So just know that, like, whether you think you deleted it or not.
That is probably one of the biggest folders.
Yes, it is. You look at your screenshots. You're like, first of all,
you want to know a person,
about
look at their screenshots.
You can tell a lot about somebody if you look at that screenshot folder.
Because not only is this important to me, I'm gonna screenshot it.
You be like, man, you ain't about nothing.
Yeah,
bro.
like,
you was talking about us, and you know why they sent it. You just
listen. Red flags. Now, on the other side, what do you think? Because like we said, kings, we're on your team too. What are red flags that women can present?
I think
as we like,
okay.
I mean, we're women, so we know.
Yes, sis.
I'll go first. I'll go first. Okay. Sometimes women have their hands in several different bags, and they're not going to really show you. They're not going to really be on that digital footprint like it is on the internet, but you will be able to tell by the way that she interacts with you and when she interacts with you. So I'll say like a red flag for that would be, I can tell I don't have her full attention. That means she's waiting on someone to take her full attention. You're just a stand-in.
Space filler?
Yeah, a pitch hitter.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay, so I think some things that my sisters might do as a red flag would be too controlling. Like, you don't need all that man's time. Let him be with his friends. If she's not allowing you to do that early in the relationship, don't think that the ring is gonna change anything. Like, it's gonna be like cluck, 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 clank on ya. So like if she's not cool with that, or she gets an attitude every time you leave and you're with your friends, your boys, or whatever, then that to me is a red flag.
It's a red flag because not only will, like you said, that's going to magnify when you guys get married, because she thinks that ring puts a different stipulation on what you can and cannot do.
The ring is not full of superpowers. It is not.
It's not. I'll say no. It's not a super. It's not that. It's not. I'll say a red flag is some of my beautiful queens out there
Yes.
have the, and I'll have to say, y'all, the audacity to expect something they can't provide or give.
Ooh, they're not coming in hot. They want
They're
them.
not
They want the guy to come in hot, but they're not coming in
They're
hot.
not coming in hot, and I'm not saying it has to measure up in the exact areas. But what I'm saying is you are wanting something for the bare minimum that you're giving.
Oh.
I'm
So
sorry.
there's some people who want
I'm
a king
sorry.
and they're not acting like a queen.
Right. And I'm not saying, again, listen, don't kill us in these comments. But
Okay.
what I'm saying is you will be able to tell by the fruit that you bear.
Say it again.
You'll be able to tell by the fruit that you bear. And so it's kind of hard to really ask and want so much from someone else, but you're unwilling to give them that in return.
Yeah, or like some type of level. So we talk about, how when you become a wife, one of the things that you should do is make your house become a home. And part of that is peace.
Yes.
And that is like, some understanding. That's like making sure that the environment is conducive for growth and for, just like a home type environment, a place for a family to be. But if you haven't done that within yourself first, then it's going to be hard to produce that when you get that ring on your finger. So red flag would be that. Another thing is drama. That's a big red flag.
Drama,
If you're dramatic, like not just dramatic, but just drama.
Something always comes, or you're
always something.
It's
fighting.
Always something. It's always an argument, or nothing is ever right, or nothing's ever your fault. And I think this goes for both. I think it goes both ways, because it's like, if nothing is ever your fault, how did we get here?
Yeah, if you can't take ownership of what your part is. And
it's there you go, ownership.
Yeah, it's
it
ownership.
Would be like, saying, hey, it's not me, it's always you.
Yeah.
But then you look at the past relationships that you've been in, and it's kind of always been you.
Yeah, like you're the common denominator.
You're the common denominator in that relationship.
Yeah, I think that's big. Someone who can't take ownership, right? Like, it doesn't have to be right away, but at least at some point soon. Don't let it get too far. Like, not years where you're taking ownership. Like, I need for you to be able to understand the part that you play in this, because if they don't take ownership now, the ring is just going to magnify it.
Yeah. So I'll say, put myself in a position. One of my red flags was I was emotionally unavailable.
Okay.
I was only going to let myself go as far as I felt like I wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
So as it pertained to my emotions, I was like, oh no, we stop right here, because after this point, I'm just not sure if I'll be able to pull back. And so presenting yourself as and now I don't want to say an option, but presenting yourself to someone as in like, hey, you might want to be in a relationship, but being emotionally unavailable, that's just unfair. That's unfair.
Yeah, you're not ready for a relationship.
Yeah, you're not ready for a relationship, because you're sharing
Mm-hmm.
pretty much every aspect of yourself except for the most important aspect.
One of the big aspect is just to be able to be vulnerable enough to be open to get, the love or whatever, something.
Yeah.
I think another red flag for me is someone who jumps quickly to not talking. What do we call it?
Ignore. They start ignoring you.
They're ignoring you, but it's a silent treatment. Silent treatment is their answer to any type of like conflict.
Yeah.
Silent treatment. Red flag. Listen, if you've got a silent treatment person while you're dating, just imagine being in the house, in a home with them.
Yeah,
you gonna get
be quiet. It's gonna be a quiet house
because you allowed them to let you taught them how to treat you. You said that was okay. You know what I mean? You allowed that to happen. So if you don't want to deal with it, then go. But if you don't, and if you ignore that red flag, you will be participating in silent treatment.
That's a good one. I didn't like that.
Yeah,
I used to do that back in the day.
Yeah, I can do that really well.
I can shut down really, really good, and it's so unfair to your partner, because really at that point you guys should be making all of the effort to communicate with each other instead of getting in your own head, because that's what I do. If I get quiet, I'm in my head and I'm thinking about bing, 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 all the things that it's like a game show. Like, I could say this, I could say that, I want to say this. And so I think that it never turns out well. Like, it's never been a good outcome when the silent treatment enters into the conversation or the argument. It's never a good thing to even end with the silent treatment,
Right.
because like I'm telling you, whether it's that day or 2 days later or 2 months later or 2 years later, you're gonna be like, remember that time I said blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, it's gonna
And
come out.
It's gonna come out no matter what. So that silent treatment is it's kind of just like a waiting. It's like get out that waiting room.
Yeah.
Get out that
Get out the waiting room.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
yes.
put myself in the waiting room.
Ready to come out the waiting room. One of my good friends sent me a meme, like how guys apologize to their ladies. It's not really a red flag, but it's not a good practice to get into. They're like, I'm about to go get some wings.
You want something
to eat?
Yes.
And you be like, okay. And then before you know it, like you're talking, you're back to normal. That's okay to an extent. Don't let that become a habit. That's not an apology. Apology is also change behavior too.
Yeah, that is my biggest thing. I honestly would rather have changed behavior than you telling me. Because for me, words can be very, very empty, especially when emotion is involved.
Yeah.
So it's like, of course you're going to say this.
Yeah,
like, why wouldn't you say this? Why wouldn't you try to pour out your heart at the very best? Because these words sound so good, but when that behavior changes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Because I think people innately go to this escape behavior. Like, what can I do to get out of this as quickly as possible to de-escalate it? And sometimes those tactics, they end up backfiring because it does still go back into this tank that is going to overflow and it's going to come out at the wrong time.
Yeah.
So it's like these tactics towards trying to get things resolved quickly, either sweep them under the rug, like, let's act like it didn't happen, which lends to the next thing is sex solving. So that's a red flag. So if you are sex solving, when you are in conflict.
Yes.
Where you just end up throwing somebody on the bed and going for it. Like, no.
You're going to throw and go for it. But that's true because really, during that time, honestly, you guys aren't resolving anything. You're resolving one thing that you guys at that very moment, let's not even call it passion, but at that very moment, you just having angry sex.
Yeah.
I was just about to say this. I was about to say this. The red flag would be, and this would be someone expecting you they've treated you bad all day. They've treated you like crap all day.
Say it again. But all day.
But at the end of the night, they want you to do what?
Yeah.
They want some loving
with you.
Whether, they want to go out with you to eat. They want to act like that whole day didn't exist.
Yeah.
So as you're processing this day and being like, man, what did I do? This is crazy. Like, this person's not even talking to me. They want you to snap out of it.
Yeah, and satisfy these needs.
And smile and go somewhere or do something or satisfy something they need at that very moment. And I won't even call that a red flag. That is, girl, run.
Abort.
Run.
Go now.
Go. Quickly.
Go. Because that will only escalate.
Yes.
It'll only escalate. I believe women, we're wired a bit differently.
Yeah.
That's why I don't think we're the queens of the quickies because it takes more for us.
Queens of the quickies, that was good.
What we gonna do with it? Okay. Okay. But because it takes more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it takes more. It does take that talk. Now, here's the thing, and guys will be like, that don't always work. Because sometimes at the end of the day, depending on what we had to put out as far as like being a wife, a mother, business owners, however that looks, I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? But please know that it's in my bank. And when, you know what I mean? Like if I'm treated properly, you've spoken well to me and we've just had like this beautiful interaction with each other all throughout the day. We were calling, maybe texting, just something sweet every now and then.
Yeah, it makes you want to be that. And so many men are just like, oh, they're not submissive. They don't do this. But that's a whole nother show. But it makes you want to fold. It gives you that soft woman error.
Yeah.
Like if you want her to be soft, give her the softness.
Yeah. And let me tell you something. Once you realize that is the ticket, you'll
be cashing in.
So happy.
Ding, ding,
ding,
ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding. Cash in.
Cash.
That is like, we can listen. It happens.
It will.
Cash
it will. When I tell you, I try to do my little pro tips. When I tell you that it doesn't take a ton for women to lock in.
Right.
Okay? Like, and when we lock in, we mean we can be all that you absolutely need us to be.
Yes.
It takes just a few things. And one of those things is consistency, which brings me to the other red flag, is when you are not consistent, when you operate in this inconsistent behavior where we're up one day, we're down the next, we're here and then we're up, we're down, we go.
The roller coaster.
It's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
We instantly go to, I've got to protect every part of me because I can't take it. Like I cannot take it. So there are just a few things. And one of those things is consistency that is a part of the mechanism that unlocks all that you've ever asked for.
Yeah.
And I know that you might not think that's true, but
no, it's very, very true.
It's
being
very
consistent, being kind,
Yes.
really showing each other like your hearts. Like that's really, really big. You know, you show me yours, I'll show you mine. We can learn how to condition it, how to make it work. We can learn how to we can. Like that is what we're supposed to do. So it's like, as you know, you want me to massage your ego, massage mine. It's just a different type of massaging.
My back.
My husband tried to crack my back last night. And when I tell you, I thought I was goner.
It's okay.
I thought I was a goner.
He was trying.
I was like,
He was trying.
mercy. I just told him, I said it twice. I don't think it's working. And then he got a little heavier. I said, golly, I said, my sternum.
I'm telling you, the reels and stuff that you watch on that really gives you some confidence that you can do it too. Like, I'm serious. You watch a couple reels of people cracking back. She's like, I can do that.
Listen.
No. Okay. We want to arrive on mobile, like walking and not wheeling through. So, with that said, on the same token, ladies, I am sure that there is a locker combination, a key that every man is just like, if they would just do this and this,
lock in,
then they would also be open. So it's not just on the female side, like, guys, if y'all would just, because I know that we'll get
Somebody's
our guys on here like, what,
drop it. Tell us what you think.
Yes.
Men, what do you need?
Yes. What is it that
what do you need?
That you feel like you could be all that you
the residual love and respect cycle. Where can we get that? Because, you know, you get the respect to the man, then you love the woman. Like, what does it take for all of that? So
help our sisters out because I know that we've got some single sisters on here who are just kind of waiting. It's like, it's time.
Yeah.
You know,
and we have some single brothers on here who are also waiting. So listen, we say shoot your shot when you're ready.
Yeah. But
get it
when
together.
you're ready is key.
Well, when you're ready.
When you're ready.
Yeah.
And when you're ready is not always when you want it.
Oh, God.
Okay, sorry. I always be putting that mom part in. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, when you're ready.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in with us. And we will be back soon. I'm Liz.
And I'm Joy.
Bye.
Bye. So until next time, live in truth, love with intention, and lead by example.
Stay connected with us on our social media platform, Sister Chats Pod, for more inspiration and behind-the-scenes fun.
Remember, you have the power to shape your life and the lives of those around you. This is Joy.
And this is Liz, signing off.